Morning, Gen X here. Just wanted to say a few things about life and stuff. I think partially what I want to do is leave some of my thoughts to some of my children who I don't see, and some of my family who I'm estranged from. That's not really the point of these messages, is to talk about that, but it's to talk about life and stuff. Gen X talks about life. That's kind of like the theme, really. Um, Born in 1968. Sorry, no, 1969. I'm making myself older than I am. So I'm 54. Looking at the world, thinking about the world, what it is to be human in the world, seeing how things have changed over the generations. Those people complain about these generations now, and I honestly think that a lot of people, the reason people are like they are is because of the environmental circumstances that they grow up in, right? All of us are. And it's not easy. It's not easy for us all. There was something specific I wanted to talk about today, but I'm just going to find my groove. So I'll probably chop a lot of this out. I decided some time ago that I was going to kind of like drop out. I'd never been really that kind of guy who settles down and works really hard. And in the traditional way, I do work hard. I love what I do. When I love something that I do, I put my efforts fully into it because I like it so much. But I don't like doing pointless stuff. And to me, the way that most people live is pointless because it doesn't get people anywhere. It's just self-perpetuating nonsense as far as I can see. So I live in a truck. It's my opt-out, and I have been doing for quite some time. I work in the events industry, and I spend a lot of time in hermit mode, keeping away kind of like from the rest of society, really. Not because I dislike society, but because I've been involved very deeply with my own personal self-work, shadow work, if you like, for a very long time. I had an awakening in 1994 during the kind of peak of the rave thing for me. Over a couple of summers, I had this awakening. And as the years have gone by, and I've become more focused on sorting myself out and becoming a better version of myself, I have retreated more and more away from society, almost like a monk, if you like, in some ways. But there's those of you out there that know me during the summertime that see me doing my passion work during the summer. But I don't really talk to a lot of people about my innermost thoughts, feelings, and maybe now that's time to change. At least that's what I've been feeling lately. I think it's becoming increasingly obvious as people see what's going on in the world that the lifestyle that they bought into doesn't work because the systems in place that they thought support it are only there to support the people that work in the systems. That the corruption in the world is endemic, and that the mismanagement of people is endemic. During my awakening process, I was shown that I would be given a tour of the wiring under the board and how things work. I'm a kind of one of those woo people. Although if you walk past me in the street, you probably think, oh, this is a scruffy old git. Not very much to remark upon. That's kind of how I like it, really. Um, I do have my faith and I do believe in God, but not in the God that you believe in. Not in the God that most people believe in, is what I mean, who go to these churches. Funnily enough, the first word I said when I was a kid was church. I guess I resonate with the Baptists really, in that our experience of God is a deep and personal one. And I do think that's what's missing with a lot of humanity, is that our own individual personal relationship with the world. I've come to know, belief is that thing you use to cross the bridge between wanting to know and knowing. That we're all our own separate universes, we're all our own people, and we're meant to be here to have a good life and to enjoy it and to evolve and to grow. And this idea of having a homogenised single point culture where education, government and lifestyle, laws, rules are the same for everyone is a little bit outmoded as far as I can see, or has extended too far. Sure, there's some universal laws and truths that work. I'm a free thinker. I've always been a free thinker. I think from my time at Sunday school as a child, when I asked the priest, I said to the vicar one time, I think I was about 9 or 10, do you believe in God or evolution? And the priest said, I believe in evolution. I said, sorry, do you believe in creation or evolution? And the priest said evolution. And I thought, well, that's something in my mind went then, made it okay for me to think for myself. Picked up my Bible and I left, didn't go back, because I realised that if he can interpret it the way he wants, then I can interpret it the way that I want. And gradually, as time went on, that interpreting it how I want became a quest for truth and understanding. That's I've been occupied with my whole life, but it's not until now something that I've really talked about. Quest for truth and understanding. I think I realised at some point that if I can interpret the Bible how I like, then how do I know what's true? That question came up, and then I began to have my own kind of personal experiences. Some of which were brought upon by psychedelics, some which were brought on by circumstances and situations as I grew up. And I've been forced into situations where I've had to really think about consequences and understanding people, and yeah, really I've painted myself into a bit of a corner in terms of life, and now it's time to come out. You can only go so far with the philosophy that you've got to hide away from the world and do your own personal work. Like I say, I've had this realisation lately that life's meant to be enjoyed and understood, and we're not meant to take it so seriously all the time. So I'm going to do more and more of these, and I hope I just leave a record of my personal journey, really. Coffee's my thing in the morning. Mind you, this cheap stuff's not so good, but I like the good stuff. One of the few pleasures I allow myself, or have allowed myself, apart from music. The world's waking up. I see it. I woke up in 1994. It's strange being in a world when you're awake. I don't know if other Gen Xers can relate. It's strange being in a world when you're awake and most people are asleep. But now it's a trend, and I really hope that there's a lot more people like me who are out there ready to be the persons who can help. I don't know if this is the right way of saying it. I'll be a little lighthouse in some way for the rest of the people when they wake up. So I'm going to share as much as I can of my journey and my understanding, what I've come to learn. And I liked Jesus when he said, I am the way. And I think that's one of the most misinterpreted things in the Bible. When he said, I am the way, meaning I am my own personal route to truth and love and light. He meant that for himself. I am the way. What's important to me, my journey, my life. That's what he meant. And he said that he's a sign. And I've come to understand that I am the way for me, and that we're all our own personal universes. And yet we're all one being as well. And we've taken that truth and that knowledge and made it into religions, and then thought about definitions rather than going back to what's really important, which is one's own experience of the divine. I don't know how long to make these videos, but I think 10 minutes is probably long enough. Anyway, folks, I hope you all have a really good day. I should probably do some more on this tomorrow. Alright. Bye.